Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is December 29th, 2024. It is a Sunday. Sunday. What a day it has been. Lord Almighty. Got some folks making it into the room. Laurel and Jacqueline are there. Jacqueline says, hope everyone had a happy and blessed Christmas. Laurel says, good evening, looking good and sounding good. Thank you, good evening. Yes, I hope everyone had an absolutely wonderful Christmas. We had a very quiet Christmas here. Things were extremely tight, so very little gifts. That's an understatement. Very little gifts exchanged, but that was fine because we got together, we ate, and it was good. Some gal's trying to tell me how to cook my meat. I cook smash burgers today, and she writes, dude, never smash your meat. The juices will be lost. I said, LOL, incorrect. When you smash it on a 500-degree surface, it instantly sears the meat. If your smash burger is dry, you did it wrong or simply overcooked it. These are very juicy. She says, I sear my meat the old-fashioned way. In a hot pan, back in the day, I remember Martha Stewart said not to press your burgers down. Of course, that was before. Yeah. This isn't taking a. Hold on here. She doesn't understand. Oh, she does it the old-fashioned way, and she sears it in a hot pan. Well, what do you think a fucking griddle is? It's a hot pan without the sides. Jesus. Laurel says, Michael Simon says you smash them. Yeah, you smash a smash burger. Look, if I'm doing it on a grill, I make a normal burger, and they're thicker. And then I sear it with the flames, and I turn it over, and I do not smash it. A smash burger, you start with a ball, usually about anywhere between a quarter pound to a third pound, depending upon how big your burger is, of ground beef, quarter to a third of a pound into a ball. It's best to start with cold, so keep your burger in the refrigerator. Or pre-make your balls, put them in the refrigerator and get them cold. Because what happens is the cool meat hitting that 500 degrees griddle will instantly sear it. You're not losing any juices. Now, what I do is I like to also use my, I do onions. So before I flip it over, and you leave it alone. You leave it alone when the edges start to get that nice dark brown edges, but the top is still not done. I put salt and pepper on it, and then I put thin sliced onions on it, and I put it on there, and I flip it over, and I put it like that. Now, what happens is the juices from the onion also work into the burger, but you don't get a dry burger. These burgers will just they just drip all over the place. They're moist. If you have a dry smash burger, you did it wrong. You did it wrong. But that it kind of reminds me. It's like I don't know what it is lately. I'm gonna say this. I'll get it out of the way. People need to stop fucking arguing with me. I don't know what it is. Since just before Christmas until now, so we're looking at a good week. We got people that want to do a couple main things. Number one, they want to argue with me online, and they won't shut the fuck up. I try nice. I give you hints. Hey, I'm done with this. Stop. No. And they won't shut up. And I'm not going to tell what the demographic is usually for that. It ain't guys. So I've had to show plenty of gals to the door lately and plenty of guys. Most of the guys that I showed to the door, they're from the left and they were just coming in, they were trolling. But they didn't, the gals were people who actually followed my posts. And then they decided they're just going to start acting the fool. Y'all know me. I'll let you know. Look, no, I'm not going to argue with you. Stop. If I say stop, stop. These gals won't shut up. And then they get all defensive. It's like, stop. I've had it with folks online. Really. We got some major weeding coming up. The last month has shown a influx of people following my content that I'm sorry. I'd just rather they just not be there. I'd rather they not be there. Why? Because they're more trouble than they're worth. They're stupid. Stupid. Wayne says, John, this is my page, not a bridge, no trolls. No shit. And if you're going to leave, just fucking leave. God, I can't tell you how many people, blah, 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 had a chick do it today. Let's see if I can read that whole exchange for you folks. Some of you might have seen it. I put up the article. Remember I said about the neighbor that was down the street and he had the Trump lost LOL sign? Yeah, it was in that one. Okay, let me see here. Here we go. Now, let me come on now, comments. Now, this has got to be, I've got to look at hidden. No, yeah, but it was from 2 years ago. And yeah, well, Laurel, did you read my post? If you did, I explained all that anyways. Let's see here. Hidden by this page. Remember? No, where the hell is this other gal's stuff? Newest. So yes, you were right. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. Oh, let's see here. Oh, here it is. I don't even know why it's still on there. She's not supposed to be. Her name was Mindy. So Mindy writes, it's maybe just because I'm pulling up cash. Mindy writes, well, you could have left well enough alone, I suppose. Why start drama? Everyone has an opinion. You know what they say about opinions. I'm thinking, I could have left well enough alone. Yes. Why start drama? I didn't start no drama. I said I could have ignored it, yes, but I am past tired of people simply ignoring things. But that aside, who do you think started the drama in this situation? Me responding to his sign, or him putting up the sign in the first place to antagonize his neighbors? Our nation has gotten to the point over the past 20 years by folks simply walking by. And getting it back on course will take a lot more than refusing to just walk on by. Cheers. Okay. I thought that was a pretty good response. Other people are agreeing with me, 1,000%. And other people, 100%. Yeah, I agree with the Whiskey Cowboy. I agree. Hey, Renato, welcome to the show. I'll get you in a second. Let's see here. Let's go back to what she said. Okay, this is what she writes. She says, thank you for your input, all. We can all parent our own ways. In a way, this all could have been addressed with a smile and a wave back. Thoughts can be kept to our heads. Herein lies our division. Like, yeah. Well, you sure as fuck didn't just walk on by when you saw my post. You thought that you'd say something about it. Seems a little hypocritical. You expected, oh yeah, the right thing would have been for me to just walk on by, but you didn't feel the same thing writing my post. So this is what I wrote back. I said, Mindy, yet you felt the need to post now, smiley face. I find that ... interesting. Cheers. Okay. I thought I was being nice. That's nice for the cowboy. That's nice for the cowboy. That's a shot across the bow means, hey, you might want to think about something. Well, that's not good enough for her. That's not good enough for her. She says, is that how social media works? My apologies. I don't sit on here all day and look to pick fights. Perhaps this isn't a page for me, though. I did appreciate your content until I read the recent example. Oh, you bitch. See, she's holier than thou and playing the passive-aggressive game. Now, y'all know what I think about passive-aggressive bullshit. So this is what I wrote back to her. Hold on now. You're perfectly fine to say what you think. I never said otherwise. But you posted what you did, which was in contradiction to what you did. Feel free to go back and read all the post if you like. So to now try and act like I am somehow the problem is disingenuous at best. And you also say that you appreciated my content until you read the recent example. If one example that you don't like would cause you to not like my content in general, and you feel my page isn't for you, that's fine as well. But that says far more about you than my content. Want to continue this? The choice is yours. And no, I don't have to give it to you, but I am. Cheers. Then after a couple minutes, I thought, no, fuck that. I'm not giving her the choice. She being stupid. Gone. Laurel says, as soon as I started reading it, I knew exactly how it was going to. Right. Same way. She comes in all passive aggressive, holier than thou. She's just like the people go, oh, you shouldn't pass judgment on people, blah, blah, blah. You know, you just fucking pass judgment, right? Now, I don't care if you believe that, but stop being a hypocrite. And everybody knows, anybody who follows my content, one of the things that tends to really piss people off the most is I'm not a hypocrite. I'm to a fault, not a hypocrite, which upsets people because I hold myself and everybody the same standard. Now, if I'm saying, I don't think you should have said anything, I wouldn't say anything. I would have walked on by the post. I wouldn't have posted up on the post. I'd have practiced what I preached. Oh, but that's not how social media works. Well, how do you think society works? How do you think society works? This shit happens the exact same way every damn time. So she probably crying. Mean John. Did you see that other chick? Other chick did the same type of stuff. She started talking shit to me. So I had enough of it and I said, look, look, it's over. It's over. It's done. Anything you post from now on is going to be hidden. Okay? So I went on another post and I posted up about it I was talking to somebody else and it came up. And she came over to the other post and laughed and said, ha, that I'm an idiot, that I don't even know how to use Facebook because she didn't hide anything from me. I can't see it because I need to hit view all. Are you kidding me? I fucking said I was going to hide it. I didn't say she's hiding her content from me. I didn't say she's hiding her post from me. I said I am going to hide her posts. So she just keeps on. She just keeps on going, and she posted like 4 more times. And I hid every single one of them as soon as she posted. And I'm like, look, I got no time. And this is after she said the same thing too. I'm not following your content. Just go away. I unfollowed you. Good. Go away. Go away. But when you go away, stop fucking posting on my content. Where are these people coming from? And no, whenever I post this shit online and I give these examples, people go, yeah, the loony left. None of these fuckers were from the left. You know, they were all from the right. And I try to warn people, just because somebody's from the right and they're on your team doesn't mean they got a lick of sense and they're good people. There's some downright miserable people across the whole spectrum. They're a bunch of retards. Peggy says, hey there. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. We did. I'm in a mood. Laurel probably read that and says, I'm going to jump on the show. I got to see what John's got to say. I am done with it. I am so done with it. It just, you know, and I posted up the guy that he goes from calling me a boomer and like his dad, like that's going to insult me, and then makes a bunch of accusations which are the farthest thing from what I think. So I'm like, well, clearly you don't know. Oh, let's see if I can read that shit. Some of you might not have. I'm going to read it. You're all going to like this. You're all going to like this. Boy, Facebook's not going to, or Facebook, YouTube's, if they were thinking about monetizing this show, they're not. Oh, no. Let's see if I can come up. They're not going to. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh. Let's see if I can find it. It was good. It was oh my goodness. Okay, let me I got to let's see if it's like this. I had the guy say, "Oh, your censor stuff. You're not a good example of an American." It's like, what? Shut the fuck up. I showed him the door. Oh, where is it? I am just so I am so tired of this. I'm just done with it. Where the hell is it? Well, I can't find. Where the hell is it? I want to read the whole exchange because it's like it's something. Bear with me a second. It's worth it. It's worth it. It is worth it. What the hell is it? Okay, I'll read it from. It should still be there. Yeah. Here we go. You ready? You ready? You got it? Here it comes. Justin writes, "You sound like my boomer dad who swears up and down the people in power won't break the law to get what they want. They couldn't possibly have stolen the 2020 election. That would be illegal. They can't possibly prevent Trump from taking office. That would be illegal. Okay, well, we'll see." Oh, it says, Okay, we'll see, won't we? Well, yes, we will, but they're not going to prevent it from taking office. So I write back. I said, Justin, you sound like someone who hasn't actually read much of my commentary, but decided to talk out his ass anyways. And out of good form, I will leave it at that. And yes, we will see. Cheers. Okay. Now, do you think you're gonna like this? You think that that's a very... I thought I was pretty freaking mild on that, right? This is what he writes back. Okay, partner. Cowboy emoji. Laughy, laughy, laughy. You had a shit take. You sounded like a retarded fucking boomer. I called you out on it because I'm right. I do read all of your retarded takes. I just don't comment on most because I know you won't actually engage any discussion, just sling ad hom. Because you lack the intellectual capacity of introspection. You like the way other man's... Hang on. It's gonna get rough here. You like the way other men's cocks taste. You can't just say it. It's 2024, and for now, not a crime to be a raging homosexual. Wow. Wow, that escalated fast. Let's just say that was true. What the fuck does that have to do with anything that was said? It's not true, but wow. So I said, well then, aren't you something? You claim all I do is sling ad hom, when that is exactly what your very first sentence did. And then you follow up with this garbage? LOL, bless you. No, you are simply full of shit and doing a massive amount of projecting. But I won't entertain you any further, LOL. And I promptly showed him to the door. It's like, wow. Hey, welcome to what I've been dealing with for the last week. I've only showed you a glimpse of this stuff. Wayne says, in other words, you don't believe in what I do, therefore you're wrong. Yeah, all I said was, and if he thinks that I think that the 2020 election wasn't stolen, I said from day one, I'm not sure either way. Laurel says, what the hell was he smoking? Pole. He probably had his buddy right there with him. Peggy says, I wonder just how proud Justin's boomer dad is of his son. Yeah, I have no idea. But you all know my views on things. I'm about as realistic as you can go. I pointed out, this is the post. This is the post that he posted on. Now tell me whether or not I'm on the ball or whether he's a fucking retard. In an op-ed published by The Hill yesterday, two Democrat lawyers urged that Congress block Trump's taking of office as president. And the reason for this? Insurrection. Yes, they spew that same old tired and worn out claim. But okay, let's for the sake of argument grant that Trump did engage in insurrection. You would have to do two things. One is to show that the insurrection clause in the Constitution actually applies to a sitting president, and you would have to officially charge and then convict the person of the crime of insurrection. Neither of those things have happened, and there it is. Stop it. That's what I posted. Plus, they're going to have 2/3 of the Congress agree to this shit. They're not going to get 2/3 of Congress to block his taking office. But guess what? The insurrection clause does not even deal with the president. It specifically lays out who it deals with, and the president isn't part of it. Because how can the president deal with a fucking insurrection? He's the president. Oh, goodness. Yeah, welcome to my world. Oh, man. The missus has been like, "Oh, I am so sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry too because I I ain't get paid enough for this shit." Peggy Peggy says they have since retracted the suit. Yeah, because it doesn't hold weight, doesn't hold water. Now, and I had another guy, the Beyonce. I put up the Beyonce thing. I thought I was fairly fair and level-headed about it. Nothing that I posted was racist at all. Of course, I get floods. No, you don't see them. Yeah, I've been busy. You're a racist. Just admit you hate niggers. Yeah, that's what they said. These are what black people said. Yeah, you stole country music and you're just mad because the niggers do it better than you. This is some of the stuff. Now, I'm not censoring myself because they didn't censor themselves. And this is coming from them. Now, you all know my view on the matter. The fact that I do not like Beyonce's pseudo country bullshit isn't because she's black. Hell, there's plenty of non-black people that have jumped into country music that ain't country music. Jelly Roll ain't fucking country music. There's a shit ton of half of the modern country music. I've already told you, and people like to bring up too, like, oh, well, a lot of the modern country pop, I don't consider country music either. You didn't disprove that she isn't country music. And I posted up, I'm sure some of you have seen. If you didn't, go to my page. I posted up a couple videos from a couple young folks. One's a black gal, one's a black young feller. Their country music. It's not hinging us. Oh, why don't you just, you think that country is white. No, I don't. No, I don't. Country is a state of mind. It is a genuine culture and fashion and music. And it doesn't, you don't have to be white. You just got to be country. You just got to be country. Hell, they'd freak out. You know, you go to a country dance club and 3/4 of the cowboys and cowgirls in there, they're not really, we call them Friday night cowboys. They don't wear a hat except on Friday night. They don't wear jeans and cowboy boots except for on Friday night. They don't wear a Western buckle except for on Friday night. Donna says the very first country concert I went to was Charlie Pride. Yeah, Charlie Pride. There's a lot of non-whites that are in country. Neil McCoy isn't white, for crying out loud. I think he's Filipino in something. Mother's Filipino. He looks Hispanic. I was like, I couldn't tell for a while. I was like, is he black? Is he Hispanic? What is he? I think his father's Scottish and his mother's Filipino, and he looks Hispanic. Nobody gives a shit about your color. They care about the music. That's all it is. So this whole idea that, yeah, you can like Charlie Pride. You can like these other black artists that are, Darius Rucker. Yeah, you can like Darius Rucker. But if you don't think that Beyonce is the queen of country music, you're a fucking racist. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired. And you know what? I think America across the board is tired of that shit. Stop it. You're a racist. No, I'm not. Well, a racist would say that. Sorry. Tell me that you got a black friend. And I'm trying to think, do I have a black friend? I've had black friends. I currently have 0 black friends. Doesn't mean I'm a racist, doesn't mean I'm not a racist. I've had black friends. Doesn't matter. My son-in-law is black. I got half black grandbabies. So, I never bring that up to defend whether I'm a racist or not, because it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Simply saying that Beyonce is not country music does not make you a freaking racist. It's just the way it is. And I'm tired of it. So yeah. Oh, so and then somebody else posted, you know, you need to all stop posting about this stuff. It's like, I'd love to. You want me to stop posting about this frivolous stuff about Beyonce? You know, because I spend so much of my time. You all see how much time I spend on Beyonce and those types of issues. Just copious amounts. Yeah. Every once in a while I'll post up about it. You go, hey, there's a link in the description of my show. And there's a link on my Facebook page. You go up and you set up a monthly donation so that I don't need to put up content that actually pays me. You know that Beyonce post? Paid me. I put up other articles, didn't make shit on them. That Beyonce post paid me. So you want me to not post frivolous things every once in a while because it's beneath us. Fair enough. Fair enough. You go ahead and you donate so that I don't have to rely on Facebook money. I can tell you what, I'm starting to make money on Facebook. I still can't pay my electric bill. Well, no, maybe I can pay my electric bill. I'm trying to think. I might be able to. Yeah, I can pay my electric bill now each month as long as it keeps coming in. She says, good job, John. Yeah, it's like, so that's why when you see stupid shit, that's why it's there. And you'll notice I don't put a lot of, hey, this is the popular thing that's going on right now. That's what Facebook is promoting. Put it up. Watch the cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And I still didn't make much. In this pay period that is a part of, I'm still at like $30. That's it. $30. Oh, I'm gonna find out exactly. I'll tell you exactly. Yeah, tell me. Give you an insight. And I'm not complaining, but people think they got a good beat on shit, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay, let's go to my monetization. My bonuses. Let's go to my bonuses. There we go. I'm pulling it up. I've got 24 days left. There's 29 days in a pay period. So that's 5 days. I'm 5 days into my pay period. 5 days into my pay period. I have an estimated $34.93. $34.93. Would you work for 5 fucking days for $34.93? Shut the fuck up about me posting about Beyonce. When that's what most of the money came from. I track my posts. It tells me how much I make on them. It goes by reach, how many people see it, how many people comment on it, how many people share it, how many people emoji it. That's how you get paid. Now, I keep track of all my I can write an in-depth article. And I do it, but I don't do it as often anymore. And people are wondering, wow, why doesn't John do this? Because I can write an in-depth article. Facebook has only given it to 2% of the people who follow my content. And I spend hours, if not more, writing the article. And I can put up a fucking Beyonce picture and just a quick blurb on how I don't think that she's country music. And that gets seen by thousands and thousands of people. Jesus, it's a game. I have to play the game. And it works too. If I start to get a couple posts that get traction, it doesn't matter what they are. The algorithm sees me as being, oh, people are interested in this guy's content, and they start putting more of my other content in the general feeds. See how that works? And then when I shut down, so you might notice I've shut down that post. Why? Because I was tired of babysitting. I let it run for like 2.5 days. I was tired of babysitting. So shut it down to just members, the established followers only could comment on it. You know what happened? You know what happened to my view rate? Pew, through the fucking toilet. And that affects all of my content. So tell me, yeah. No, John, don't be posting about this stuff. Yeah. That's shooting myself in the foot. I'm just starting to make money. I'm to the point where I can consistently make a couple $100 a month. You know how much time I put into things. You know how much content I put out. Would you work for $200 a month? Don't fucking tell me to don't post about Beyonce. And again, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm choosing to do this. I am hoping that someday it'll be able to pay more than my electric bill or augment some of the, grocery bills and stuff like that. Been doing it for 10 years. Ain't made a freaking dime. That's all my time. All my time. People have the gall to tell me what I shouldn't post. Like, are you kidding me? And now, like I said, the last month, man, the influx of people. I had about 500 new people. This last 2 batches, it total about 500 people. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're going to be doing some weeding, folks. Now, we talked about this on the show before. And y'all go ahead and post up. Have you or have you not seen a major shift in the comments section and the overall feel of my page and content in the last, let's say, month and a half to 2 months? Laurel says, very big shift. Yeah, it's aggravating. I was fostering an environment where people could actually, of like mind, they were halfway intelligent. I don't mind people that don't know stuff, really, honestly. Welcome aboard. But it's when they think they do and they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, it gets really annoying. And then they want to argue about it. You know me, I hate being wrong. I'm not going to post up shit. I'm not there to argue with you, debate you when you're a freaking retard. Whack jobs. I don't need them. I don't need them. Y'all used to have great conversations back and forth. And now people are getting snippy at each other. Holy shit. Followers that have been following for a couple months now. I know, because I pay attention. And they're ripping at each other. It's like you didn't even listen to what they wrote. Read what they write. That's not what they wrote. Just because they want to fuck with somebody. Stop it. Stop it. If there's going to be one asshole on the Whiskey Cowboy page, it's going to be me. If you don't like that, that's fine. Move along. Exercise your freedom. Exercise your freedom. And I guarantee any of the stuff that I hide or remove, it's not germane to the actual conversations. It's all bullshit. It's shit-flinging monkey stuff. I don't want it. If somebody comes with a weird view, and they could be wrong, but they're respectful and polite, and people want to discuss it, I got no problem with them hashing it out between them. I got no problems with that. You all know that. But you step out of line and you start acting like a retard and losing your cool. Again, if I go off on somebody on my page, they deserved it. Because I gave them probably 2 or 3 chances, and if they were reading what I was writing, they'd have seen that shit coming. But they ignore it. Because really, my page and my content is about them and what they think and what they want the world to know. Nah, sorry. That's what your page is for. You're a guest on my page. Thank you very much. I'll be a gracious host, but you ain't going to steamroll me. You ain't going to act inappropriately. We're going to hash it out. I got called I was a keyboard warrior. Bitch, you have no idea. You come to my page stinking it up, and then when I lay the law down, you call me a keyboard warrior? Shut the fuck up. That's like the chick the other day, that Hallmark card Christian. Here you go. This is what brought that up. You might have seen me post about that crap. I forget what the topic was, but it wasn't good. Right. Let's deal with it. So another member writes that we're getting too many undesirables. Okay? Yeah? Yes. We're getting too many undesirables. So this woman comes in and she's like, who are you to determine who's desirable and not? We're all the same. We're all the same in God's eyes. You know the lines. And I jumped in. I'm like, whoa, slow your roll there. No. Because we are all unclean, and because none of us are without sin, does not mean there are desirable and undesirable people and or actions. Christ himself recognized that there was undesirable actions from people that made them undesirable, and he demanded change. If we were all the same and there was no desirable or undesirable, Jesus would not have wasted his time, because it doesn't fucking matter, and it does. So you're telling me that Adolf Hitler is the same as the whiskey cowboy because we are both unclean in our soul? I don't think so. I get it. And I get the passages people use out of context to try to make that seem the case. But nah, you need to keep reading. That's why I talk about Hallmark Christians. If everything was fine, Jesus would not have turned over the tables and whipped people with knotted ropes. I'd say he thought some of that shit was a bit undesirable. And she comes back and she's like, well, that's not being a good Christian or some shit like this. You folks know. You want to jump in the ring? Tell John he's not being a good Christian. Yeah, we can have at it. So we had at it. Yeah, it ended the same way. Tell me that. Yeah, I have to tell people quite often throughout the years, I'm not that kind of Christian. And neither was all of Christ's disciples, and neither was Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ wasn't that kind of Christian. My goodness. We are commanded to sharpen each other as iron sharpens iron. That's a little abrasive, don't you think? That's a little abrasive. And if we were all sharp, why would we need to sharpen each other? If everything is the same and there's no undesirable and desirable, why the fuck does anything matter? Wayne says, that's one of my favorite things to say when people ask, what would Jesus do? I tell them, well, flipping tables and whipping the shit out of the people are well within the realm of possibilities. Yeah. Jesus was not the guy you see on the Hallmark card in pure white linen, flowing robes, white linen, sitting in the opening in the forest with rabbits and birds and little children coming to him in the middle of the night with the moonbeam shining down on them. That wasn't Jesus Christ. That's Hallmark Christ. Jesus rebuked his own followers, his own disciples. Told them in modern vernacular, you're a bunch of shitheads. What the hell's wrong with you? And if you don't think so, crack open the Bible and read it. He didn't hold his tongue. Oh, but Jesus, everybody was okay with Jesus. He hung out with prostitutes and bankers and tax collectors and thieves. And yeah, he did. Not because they were his fucking pals. He demanded change. Jesus Christ and Hallmark Jesus are not the same feller. And I'm not Jesus Christ. I'm far from it. I'm not a saint. Boy, you get me riled up, I'll let you have a thing or two. I try to stay civil. And why I try to stay civil isn't because I'm a freaking little pansy wuss guy that lets people just run all over him. No, it's because I'm a freaking monster and I'll rip your head off. I know my dark side. I've lived my dark side. It's not boast. It's not a brag. I ain't proud of everything I've done in my life, but I know the power that I have. So if I show some grace and I show some civility, you better take it for what it's worth, not because you think I'm going to be a freaking stepping stone or a doormat to wipe your feet on, which is what people seem to think coming to my page. It's like, you don't know who the hell I am. I'm a nice guy. I'll give people the shirt off my back. But don't do that. You thinking it? Don't. See, people don't treat me like they do online, some folks. I posted up that story. That's not unusual. Every once in a while, somebody's going to get their heckles up and they're going to fucking jump around and bark. That's how I handle it. As long as they don't touch me, you do what you're going to do. You touch me, you fucked. But no, people just like to jump and bark. And Laurel says my husband was the same. He was nice until it was time to not be nice. Right. Same way as Wayne will tell you. Rules of being a good cop. Keep your cool. Keep things under control. Keep calm. And then when you need to do something, you fucking do it. You don't hold back. You do it. You go from 0 to 500. You watch the situation, but you go from 0 to 500. They ain't going to see it coming. They're going to be building shit up, and you're just going to be standing there, and you're going to be in control and calm. Then you take care of the situation. That's how I live my life. If I'm sitting down and we're talking, as long as I'm sitting down, you're fine. You see me standing up, you might want to rethink some shit. But you can watch my eyes. I'll get quiet. And you watch my eyes. You're going to see, you're about to see some hell on earth. Don't do that. Jacqueline says, too bad all the kind of people you're talking about aren't here to listen to this. Oh, who knows? Somebody might. I don't know. But there's people that probably like, oh, he's full of shit. Johnny's just talking out his ass. Okay. Yeah. Let's go with that. Those who know me, they know. In the same way with, I've met people in the past and they're like, the biggest thing is like, damn, you're just like you are online. Yes. Yes, I am. What an exhausting thing to have a different personality and try to be somebody that you're not. No, this is me. Gus has seen me. Gus will tell you, that's John. That's John. If I say I'm good at something, I'm good at it. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I say, no, I'm not good at it, chances are I probably might be. My wife tells me that all the time. You say you're not good at this and that, and you are. I'm like, I'm actually a very humble person. I'm realistic and I'm harder on myself than than others. Dulcimer's coming along good, though. Oh, I'm having fun. I'm not great with the guitar either. I do okay. Hurts like hell. I'll get to that in a second, Jacqueline. Thank you for asking. I've been playing a lot more dulcimer, of course, because my dulcimer came in, and then I've been sliding the guitar back in. I really love my guitar. I love my dulcimer for a different reason. I got some songs coming from you. You people are going to love it. You're going to love it. What fruit am I drinking? Oh, I didn't say it. No fruit tonight. Tonight's coffee is toasted Southern Pecan from Cameron's Coffee. Toasted Southern Pecan. And why is it pecan and not pecan? Well, because the Native Americans named it and they called it pecan. Good enough for me. But yeah, I love my guitar. So for the last couple days, I've been playing a lot more guitar. On Christmas, I spent all afternoon and early evening. The first half was I forget. I did one half with the guitar and one half with the dulcimer. And it was wonderful. But my wife says, I don't want you to take this the wrong way because I love the dulcimer. She always did. She even liked the other one. She says, but I love the guitar. I said, no, I get it. I agree. I love that guitar. I can't say enough about the guitar. The tone's right. Everything. I love that guitar. But the dulcimer's wonderful. It's just a different beast. So I got some songs coming up for you. You're going to like them. It's going to blow some people away. It's going to be like, oh, that's freaking cool. Well, to give you an example, y'all saw my jazz version of White Christmas, right? You would never think that's going to jazz on a guitar on a dulcimer. Yeah, I can do that. Jazz for Christmas? Yeah. Go ahead and do that. Well, that was pretty damn cool. Did y'all hear that song? Did everybody in here catch my White Christmas? I did Oh Holy Night too, but I didn't do as good on that song. I was having a bad day, bad morning. By the time I got to White Christmas, I'm like, yeah, I need to get this in. And again, jazz is my thing. Oh, you missed it. Let me pull that up for you, if you don't mind. You don't mind hearing that, folks? Just totally blew me away. Took me to another place. Loved it. Thank you. Jazz is my thing. Oh, my goodness. Jazz is my thing. I've probably played 50 jazz songs in the past couple days. Wow. I love jazz. Jazz, baby. That's jazz. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can get it on the internet so you can see it. You ready for this? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? There we go. There we go. Y'all ready? You ready, Wayne? Here we go. no, no, that was not a Charlie Brown vibe at all to that. Thank you. Jazz is my thing. I love jazz. So it's like, oh, okay. I got it. It's I live. That jazz is where I live. And I do blues and stuff like I do other stuff, but jazz is where I live. I can just roll with jazz all day long. It's different on the dulcimer because the strings are tuned differently and how you activate them is differently. So I was like, oh, and I was so glad. It's like, oh, I can still do it. So I was very tickled with it. It's like, there you go. Wayne says, I'm just saying, I would have gone very well. That would have gone very well with Charlie Brown Christmas. Well, yeah, I'd have to have who was the guy that played the piano? Who's the piano guy? Did Linus? Schroeder. Wayne says Schroeder. Donna says Linus. Yeah, it wasn't Linus. Schroeder, Peggy. So we got two Schroeders. Yeah. He'd have to accompany me. Yeah, Schroeder. Not my orca. There you go. But yeah, I love jazz. So yeah, look for some more dulcimer songs. I got one that's I think it's gonna blow people away. Yeah. Somebody did it. Somebody did this song. They did a version, and it's better than the original. Now I am going to be playing with that without the vocals. I'm going to let the dulcimer sing, and that's the only clue that I'm going to give. I think folks are going to like it. Wayne says there is a really good version of Linus and Lucy making the rounds on YouTube. Is there? What are they doing? What are they doing, Wayne? Well, holy crap, y'all got me settled down. I was all fired up earlier, and I had to get it out. So yeah, look for there's going to be a bunch of weeding happening. You know what? I'm not even you're going to see people just disappear. they're going to be gone. They're going to be gone. I don't need it. Don't need it. Don't get paid enough. I don't get paid enough. I try to tell people. I put the hints out there to folks, and they ain't just buying it. It's like, good. And I don't mind you coming to my barbecue and stuff in your face, but don't complain about the wieners. Just thank me for my food and and have a nice day. Don't you ain't paying for it. Vince Guaraldi on piano. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm not going to play it because every time I play somebody's shit other than my own, I get a copyright strike. And hell, even on Facebook, I got copyright. What was it? Yeah, Facebook. I got a copyright strike from shows that I did there, but I got my song, my theme song that I'm licensed to use. Got a copyright strike for it. It's like, are you kidding me? Yeah, I am legally licensed through Pixabay to use this any way I so choose. Oh, they're releasing their claim. Yeah, you're damn right they are. It's the biggest grift out there now. It's hitting everybody. Everybody. People are even getting their own shit hit. It's a scam. All under the guise of protecting people's rights, and actual artists and creators are getting screwed. It's crazy. And if you have, like, let's say you have 10 seconds of somebody's song and you did a 3-hour video, they claim all 3 hours worth of the monetization for 10 seconds. That's bullshit. It should be you use this much, well, that's how much you get out of this much. Hey, Mike, he says, cheers all. How you doing tonight, Mike? I don't know what you got. Is that Captain? Oh, that's somebody. I think it's somebody holding up a fish. I think it's somebody holding up a fish. The avatars, they're little things. The icons are like itty bitty. They're the size of a pencil eraser. I know Wayne's because Wayne's a picture of him. And then I think Mike's has a. Are you holding a fish? You holding the fish there, Mike? Good coffee again. Tonight's coffee is toasted Southern Pecan from Cameron's Coffee. And folks might notice, yeah, I've been letting my beard grow. I don't think it looks too bad. Sometimes it comes in bad when it's lengthy. Other times no. So I'll see. See how far we can get it this winter. I could cut 2 inches off of it and still have a good beard. Yeah. Okay. Mike, you didn't answer me. Is this your first time on the show? I don't recall the name. You missed the fire. Fiery opening. Scorch earth. Says, yes, I am. 9.3 bass. Oh, good. Love bass fishing. Best bass fishing I ever had was down in Louisiana. Oh, 15-foot John boat out there in the bayou catching bass. Best bass fishing in the world. Not great to live there, though. Good bass fishing. Jacqueline says, I changed mine because someone told me I was brave to use my photo, so I changed it ever. Yeah, I use my photo. I use my photo. Where are you from, Mike? Where are you from? Where are you jumping in from? And how'd you come by the show? Did you come from a Facebook page? See, today I did something different. I didn't notify. I do it every Sunday and Wednesday. I'll put up about noon time or so. Yeah, the show's coming on, blah, 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 blah. And then when the show goes on, I post a link on there so people can come. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to try something different because I've been in a mood. I said, yep, it's happening. Didn't say what's happening. Those who know. And I'm in a mood. Goodness gracious. I'm in a mood. John's in a mood. Oh, you asked me. Sorry, I didn't get back to, who was it? Jacqueline asked me about my back and hip. Back's not doing too bad. Indiana. I've been to Indiana. I got a brother in Indiana. My family's scattered all over the place. He's outside of South Bend. Oh, you were just looking at YouTube and it popped up? Well, hey, great. Good. Welcome to the show. Every Sunday and Wednesday, unless something comes up. I had to cancel a couple of shows and cut some short. My hip flexor muscle went out. Heck, it's been over a month now, right? Something like that. And took my glutes with it and and part of my leg muscle, thigh muscle. So I've been in a way. So I've been managing pain and trying to stretch that all out and get it all. Heat, cold, medicine, massager, the whole 9 yards. I hobble around. I'm in pain now, but I'm not in wincing pain. I'm fine, and I've actually been able to sleep pretty good. Not great, but So I've been worse. I'm slowly getting better. So that's how it is. My left foot keeps swelling up on me, and it feels like somebody took a sledgehammer and knocked the shit out of my ankle bone on the left hand side on my left foot. That hurts. It's got to be nerve and other stuff going on. So that hurts. Put on my boots, and Laurel says that's a big improvement, the sleeping. Yeah, it is. Hey, Judy, welcome to the show. You missed the fire, Judy. You missed the fire. I was on a roll earlier. I was on a roll. You can start the show some other time from the beginning. You can hear it. I was going off. It was not general audience friendly language. It was definitely stuff that would get me demonetized. If I was monetized here, and I'm not. So my foot swells up. I put on my boots. Man, sometimes putting on that left boot, that's a chore. And then getting it off. As soon as I come back in, I try not to stay in the house too long before I ask the missus to go ahead and see if she can pull that boot off. And she wrestles with it till it gets it off. And that's that. Yeah, you don't heal. You don't heal as much as quickly as, when you're 20. When you're 20. And this was a big one. Did you do something wrong? Nah, it just happens. Sometimes it happens. Whole hip flexor muscle group just goes out. And it did. It did. So, Mike, I hope you had a good Christmas. Everybody else had a decent Christmas. Quiet. Non-gift centered. Non-gift centered. Me and the missus didn't get anything this year. But I got the dulcimer. I got the dulcimer. That was over budget. Holy crap. But yeah. So look for some changes on my Facebook page. I'm tired of the foolishness. Judy says I got some moonshine for Christmas from my bestie. LOL. I saw somebody post up about moonshine the other day. It ain't moonshine. If it's got a tax stamp, it ain't moonshine. If it's got a tax stamp, it ain't moonshine. I'm not quite that stingy on it. Moonshine is unaged whiskey. In other words, it ain't got color in it. It hadn't been aged. I'm not a big moonshine fan, but you know me. I like a good high rye bourbon. Her uncle makes it. Shh. No, he doesn't. Unless he's got a special license, it's still illegal in the United States. By the way, they've been trying it for the last year and a half or so. They've been trying to get that slid in to change that. Because you can make beer and you can make wine. And there's no logical reason why you can't make hard liquor. If you can make other alcohol, there's no logical reason why you can't make it for your own use. So they've been trying to pass that, get that back in so that folks can make their own. Laura says in some states you can make it for your own consumption. Yeah, I believe you still get a special license for it. Judy says he doesn't sell it. Yeah. If my memory serves me right, you still got to get a license. You can do it, but you got to get a license. And then, of course, like all the other alcohols, you get a certain amount that you can make. You can make or give, but you can't make over a certain amount, and you can't sell it. Let's see if we can look that up. Why? John likes to know. John likes to know. Right. Yeah. There's no way. You've got to have a. You have to have a license. 27 CFR 1951. A person may not produce distilled spirits at home for personal use and or blah 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 without a license. You get a license. Yeah. Only if you sell. Only if you tell anyone. Yeah. Yeah. Well, then that. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Sorry. I was reading up to make sure something else. Yeah. So you can get a license, but yeah, if you don't tell, yeah, then you're still bootlegging it, whether it's still illegal. You gotta have a license. But yeah, shh. It's like shh. I ain't gonna tell anybody. I don't care. Shh. I wouldn't. I'm too old to start. And you go, why? Well, because, no, honestly, you ain't going to get good whiskey. The same way as a lot of the distilleries up here, they start out, they make things like, they make rum, they make vodka, they make gin. Because all of those can be made, and it's made by the same way. It's just what you're using, and they make moonshine. Like I said, moonshine is unaged whiskey. Gets its color and flavoring. That's why I like aged, because it gets flavoring from the barrels. Now, I wouldn't start making my own because it's going to take me at least 5 years before it's ready for me to drink. And I'm not going to do something to wait 5 years. No, I just got. There's enough good hooch out there. I can go on out and I can get whiskey that I like without having to do that. It's not like beer and stuff. Beer, yeah, homebrew your beer. You don't have to wait 5 years for it. But that's why the distilleries up in this way, most of them don't make whiskey. They make other products, and they start, but then they have to wait. So. Laurel says, I've had some watermelon moonshine that was Kool-Aid with the kick of a mule. Very smooth. Yeah. High rye bourbon. That's my go-to. High rye bourbon. When in doubt, say, hey, get a high rye bourbon. Don't go with rye. I know what ryes I like and ones I don't. I don't like a botanical rye. I've said this before. That's pine and pine cones and stuff like that. Gin is botanical. I don't drink gin. I like a non-botanical rye. Now they're not all, but they're all non-botanical. So when in doubt, high rye bourbon. They're not botanical. High rye bourbon. That's what John likes. And get a bottled in bond. When in doubt, bottled in bond. You'll be good. You'll be good to go. It's going to be good price and good drink. Mike got all quiet. So they're all a bunch of raging alcoholics. No. I haven't had a drink of whiskey and, oh my goodness. Yeah, you've noticed I haven't been posting. I haven't had whiskey since, well, let me see. Let's pull this up here. I should be able to check on Instagram when the last time I poured some whiskey. That was a Saturday evening. When was that? Oh, November 30th. I haven't had a pour of whiskey in a month. I haven't had a pour of whiskey in a month. Yeah. So I've been lame. I've been lame for over a month now. If you're on any type of painkiller, you probably should stay away from it. Yeah, and alcohol, I have wine with my dinner, and I have beer with my dinner. But I don't have anything at night. And I don't mix. I don't even like medication. Here we go. I gotta take my medication, and it's like, man, I'm feeling pretty good. It's not hurting too bad. And then about 5 hours will go by, and I'm like, man, what the hell's different? I feel like shit. Well, the medication's gone. Judy says, good grief. Well, there's your problem. Yeah. Well, I don't want to mix it with medication, and alcohol also retains water in your system, and then you piss out the rest. But it's just not good. So I didn't know it's been November 30th was the last time I poured some whiskey. Was it? No, that's a lie. I'm not going to say it's a lie. It's incorrect. It's incorrect. It's incorrect. I have had whiskey. Back a couple weeks ago, when I was still dealing with shit, I had some whiskey in the evening, and I said to the missus, I said, I'm not even going to share this with folks. I'm not taking a picture or posting about it. So I sat down and I had a couple pours. Mike says, no whiskey in a month. My liver would party every day. No, I still drink alcohol. I'm not a drunk. I say, I drink. No, I'll have a beer or a glass of wine or two with dinner. Not every dinner. It's either that or water, or that and water. But folks know I usually drank anywhere between 1 and 3 pours a night whiskey every night. Damn near every night. Unless I'm pissed off, too tired, or sick. Because like I say, I enjoy my whiskey too much to waste it. So if I got a headache, or I'm not feeling good, or I'm too tired, or I'm just pissed off, I will not pour myself any whiskey. Because that's not why I'm drinking it. Oh, John's pissed off. He's got to have some whiskey. Nope. If John's pissed off, he's not having whiskey. That's not what you want. I'll grab the guitar. Not that I don't grab the guitar and play when I'm drinking my whiskey, because I do. But yeah, Mike, if you like guitar and canoeing and dulcimer and other stuff like that, you might want to check out my other channel. This is the Whiskey Cowboy Official, is where I run my live streams, and that's social and political stuff. All of the non-social and political stuff goes on the Whiskey Cowboy Life. It's a separate channel. I just put up a couple more videos the other day for Christmas. My guitar and my dulcimer. My jazz. Jazz cowboy. I don't play a lot of country music. I play some. I'm mostly jazz. So, oh, what do you got? You got a 335? You got a Les Paul? No. I got a Fender. Well, it's not a Fender. It's a Strat. It's Yamaha Pacifica. Strat. I don't play that much. I play most of my stuff on my Taylor. Mike says, today someone in my group suggested we day drink at 3 p.m. Okay, challenge accepted. Yeah, I don't have a problem drinking at 3 p.m. Wait, 3 p.m. That's in the afternoon. Yeah, that's fine. I set my own schedule. My schedule is I'm working all the time. The missus, she works from like 5 in the morning to 2:30 in the afternoon, something like that. Laura says 3 p.m. That's not day drinking. Yeah, that's afternoon. That's damn near evening. Boy, amateurs. And I don't drink on show nights. That's nothing. I don't drink on, if I'm doing a show, I don't drink on Sundays and Wednesday evenings. No, you don't want me to do a show drinking whiskey. They're like, Laurel's like, yes, we do. Oh, by all means, John, let's have a whiskey cowboy show with me drinking whiskey. Oh, and speaking of that, so I got to be careful on that. You have to be careful with YouTube what you do live because they don't like it. Like, I can't pick up the old beauty back there anymore, and I can't take. I've shown my EDC on the show a few times. I can't do that, and I can't pick up my old army back there and show folks. Why? Well, because I was informed Facebook, YouTube does not allow on live streams the handling of firearms. You can have them in your live stream. You just can't touch them. Like, oh, well, what am I going to do? It's a video. So no, I'm not going to be handling firearms on the show anymore. Jacqueline says that could be fun, especially if we all join you. Yeah. Hey, people can. There's the Zoom room. Can you imagine a bunch of you folks just getting sloshed and jumping in the Zoom room? Boy, what a zoo that would be. And yes, we have a Zoom room. You can see it's right. Other side, right there. That's the Zoom room. The information is in the show description, and those who are active participants in the show, they can join and they can talk live. Wayne says, I volunteer to be the teetotaler. Yeah, and I don't care. I'm not this one. Look, if you don't want a whiskey, you don't want to drink, I don't care. Don't drink it. I don't care. Doesn't make any, never mind to me. The same way with me. If I don't want what you're offering, hey, John, here you go, John, have this. No, thank you. If I don't want it, I'm not going to drink it. I'm not going to drink it to make you feel good. If I don't want it, I just don't want to drink it. I would be drinking wine. Wine is fine. Wine is fine. Yeah, that's an easier thing. I could do a show drinking wine. That's not a problem. That's easy. Wine doesn't do shit. Whiskey. Whiskey, on the other hand. Says, gave it up when I was 19. 20 miles of bad road and about 10 hours of my life. I know. Yeah. Oh, no, I get it. I've lost weekends. Like I said, I got a past. I got a past. You know, so if I'm social, civil, and polite, just be thankful. That's fine. I don't have to be. Donna says, I think I always get invited to parties because I'm always the designated driver. That could be. I always got invited to parties because I was the guy that never show up. I never went to parties. That's a partier. Wayne says, scared the shit out of me, so I said no more. No, that's smart. That's smart. Smart. Laurel, you're full of it. Let's see what happens. She's laughing. Yeah, Laurel likes it when I get fired up. So, John's in a mood. Again, I was in a mood earlier on the show. If you want to see John in a little bit more of a mood, watch the show from the beginning. I don't pull my punches. Not too much. Laurel says I had a few mornings when I had to check to see if the Jeep was in the driveway. Yeah. It's like, shit, I had to drive home. I was in no condition to walk. No, I'm not making light of, look, we come from a different generation. Don't drink and drive. So I'm saying don't drink and drive. Don't do it. Plus, back in the day, you could bounce your cars off of things and still make it home. Nowadays, you just you fart in its general direction and you got a crumple zone going in. Got a tow truck coming. It's making it safer. I don't know. That's fine. Things were way different 50 years ago. Yeah. Try to tell folks. Yeah, you could send your kids down to the grocery store. You could send your 8 and 9-year-old kid down to the local market, and they could pick you up, a carton of cigarettes and and bring them home to you. That's ain't no deal. I know when I was in school, they had you could get a permission slip from your parents. You can get a permission slip and you could smoke. So you bring your cigarettes in and you'd have smoke breaks throughout the day. And you go up back and they'd have burn barrels. They'd have their smoking barrels. And that's where you went. If you had permission to smoke from your parents, you go and you can smoke your cigarettes. Different world. Different. And you know what? We had our guns on the walls. We had our guns in cases with maybe a glass door, decorative. And we weren't taking them into school and shooting shit up. Guns ain't the problem. Guns ain't the problem. What'd I do? Did I scare Mike away? I scared Mike away. And in the pickup, yeah. Every hunting season, there's bound to be 3-4 pickups in the parking lot at least with some shotguns or rifles in the back. It's hunting season. Get off of school, get out of school, and off you go. Off you go. Yeah, every pickup truck had a gun rack and at least one gun in it. Yeah. Again, especially hunting season. Especially hunting season. Didn't have to worry about it. Ain't nothing but a thing. You touch a gun, you bring a gun someplace you weren't supposed to be, you'd worry about your father whipping your ass. It's just like everything else, your tool. You don't take your father's power tools. You don't just ramshack through the shed and just do what you need to do. No, you ask. You leave the guns alone. Unless you got permission. It's simple stuff. It's not, again, in society now is, we're going to crack down on the objects. It's like, like those 4 little fucks down in Texas trying to rob somebody. They say they're BB guns. I don't care if they're BB guns or firearms. I don't care. Dark 30 at night, coming up, flashing those guns and trying to rob somebody. Yeah, they got themselves shot. It wasn't doing that shit when I was a kid. Crazy. Oh, that's what one of the gals we went around and around and she got kicked out. She got shown the door. Because she couldn't understand why people were wondering. We had pointed out, hey, none of the articles is saying the ethnicity of the kids. And she's like, it doesn't matter because I'm not a racist. Yeah, well, it better fucking matter. And you don't have to be a racist for it to matter. If an article comes out and it does not show the ethnicity of the perpetrators, chances are they're black. That's not racist. That's just the way it is. And Wayne can commiserate with me on this. And she's like, and the police don't always give out the information. They give it out if it's a danger to the community and they need to know. And it's like, no, general information. All of the information is public knowledge in police reports. Yeah, black or Hispanic. It depends upon what community they're in. And it's public knowledge. And the media can get a hold of it. And they get the description, they get the reports. The reports are public information. And the information is available whether charges are pressed or not. And beside that, like I said, you do realize there was witnesses to this too. It doesn't just rely on the police giving out information. There was witnesses to this. How do you think the police knew to show up? Because people called the police because 3 kids got themselves shot trying to rob a guy. There was witnesses, and not a single report that I have read to this day. Now, I haven't looked in the last 24 hours, but not a single report mentions the ethnicity of the children. Laurel says they only had black names if they were juvenile. They only held back names if they were juvenile unless they were charged. Right. But everything else, you knew what the suspect's description, what they were wearing, their ages, where it happened, what happened. This is basic stuff. If the identity, if the description of the person, because you damn well know if they were white or Asian, every article would say 4 white kids between the ages of 12 and 15 tried to rob somebody in the housing project of North Houston, which is where it happened. It's funny. Most of the articles, you got to read to where it's happened. They say the county that it came in because they don't say where. No, it was in North Houston. Yeah, probably black. That's not racist. Like going down to Juarez, Mexico. Yeah, they're probably Mexican. Yeah, good chance. They could be. They're probably not white kids. It's not racist. So she went back and forth on it with me and stuff and just started saying some really stupid shit. And it's like, I'm done with this. I'm just done with it. Not having it. No. Oh. And they didn't say the ethnicity of the guy that shot him. They only said he was a 21 or 25-year-old. I haven't seen the name, but a 25-year-old. Guaranteed he was black too. Because you know what? If they were black kids and he was a white guy, oh, you'd know the ethnicity right away. You'd know. And it's not racist to say this shit. That's the way it is. That's the way it's been for quite a while now when you watch the media. It's like, no. If they don't mention the race, they're either black or Hispanic, probably black. And if they're white involved, you damn well know they're going to say that the person is white. Hell, even if they're Hispanic, they'll call him white because no, he was Hispanic. He was a Hispanic guy. Oh, my goodness. No, they'll say he was a white guy. He's a white guy. Who was the guy? Who was the George Zimmerman? He's a white guy. No, he was Hispanic too. Oh, my goodness. Zimmerman. German name. Hispanic lineage. That's okay. Whatever. He's white. He's a white guy. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. This is going to be an interesting year. Here's another thing. I'm warning y'all. Y'all heard it here. I said this before. This is the last show of this year. The next show is Wednesday, which is New Year's Day. I'm going to have a show on New Year's Day. It's just New Year's Day. It's in the evening. It's not New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is the day people celebrate. New Year's Day is they sleep in and nurse their hangovers. So, yes, Wednesday, which is New Year's Day, I'm going to have the first show of the year. But this is the last show of the year. Guaranteed there's going to be a shit ton of pissed off people coming up in the next 4 years. And why? Because I'm going to call balls and strikes. It's already started to happen. People have their own bias and their hopes and dreams and wishes when it comes to Trump and his appointees and Doge. Oh, that's yeah, already gone over that again. I call it like it is, and people don't like it. If they want a cheerleader for the current for the incoming administration, don't follow my content. Don't just unfollow me right away, because that's not what you're going to get. If you want somebody that's going to call it fair, balls and strikes, I did the last time he was in office. I did it with Obama. I did it with I did it with GW, Obama, Clinton. Who else? Biden, Trump. I call it like it is. If they do good, I'll say they do good. If I agree with something they do, I'll say I agree with it. If I disagree with it, I'll say I disagree with it. If I see that there's a problem, I'll say that there's going to be a problem, or there is a problem. It's just the way it is. And if folks don't like it, again, look, if you want a cheerleader, don't follow my content. If you want somebody that's going to be honest, fair, and call balls and strikes, I'm the guy. Y'all know me. You guys are fine. I don't think anybody here is having a problem. Yep. There's going to be some pissed off people. There's going to be some pissed off people. Oh, goodness gracious. So it's going to be a very interesting year. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Laurel says you call it like it is. Right. And like I always say to people, if I say something you don't agree with me, or it's like, wow, stop and think about it. You may still not agree with me, and that's fine. But know that I don't pull, and you all know this, people just coming in now, I don't pull shit out my ass. If I don't know, I say I don't know. If I give an opinion, there is a solid basis for what I say. You may not agree with the conclusion, and that's fine, but you never know that I'm going to say it out of ignorance or from faulty information. Because I err on the side of, hey, if I don't know, I get it with the damn stills. Let's find out. I don't care. Nothing wrong with not knowing something. Something wrong with claiming you do and talking out your ass. No, there's a problem. Good coffee. Good coffee. Again, tonight's coffee is Toasted Southern Pecan. Toasted Southern Pecan from Cameron's Coffee. It's good stuff. Just got in a new bag in today. Got it delivered. It's like, yeah, it's good stuff. The missus is like, hey, what kind of coffee do you want? I said, I'm going to have some of that Toasted Southern Pecan because it's good. I think the last show, didn't I have the chocolate-covered strawberries from Dunkin' Donuts brand? I think is what I had the last time. That's good, too. I'm usually not a dark roast guy. I'm a medium roast, and that's a dark roast. And, oh, boy, it's good. Boy, it's good. This is why I say, too, you go to a place and the coffee's bitter, and you're like, oh, well, it's because it's strong. No, coffee does not have to be bitter. Doesn't matter how dark the roast is, coffee does not have to be bitter. Jacqueline says, how do you keep it hot for the whole show? Well, I start out with this. That's what I start out with. Let's get that in the light. This light, there we go. And it says, this dad is the man, the myth, the legend, 100% authentic, one of a kind. One of a kind. One of my kids got me this. Start with that. And then I switch to this. This is my Orca mug. Nothing fancy. Some of them have a flippy thingy on the. This doesn't. It just has a hole. And they cost more than just a regular thermal thing, but they're damn good. I love Orcas. We got them, and it fits perfect in the cup holder in the vehicle. And that keeps it warm for the show and then some. So that's how I keep it warm. Laurel says, I may not agree with you on some things, but after reading or listening, I can see a different point of view, and as usual, you make sense. You just give the facts. Right. So I say, look, again, if you go, man, that just doesn't seem right. That's just, I don't think so. Recheck shit. Because it's probably coming in from a different angle that you didn't think about. And that's fine. And then again, you still may or may not agree with me. I have said oftentimes, you can get two people equally equally knowledgeable, using the same exact information, and both coming from good places and come to different conclusions. And that's fine. That's fine. But another thing you know, and Laurel will tell you and everybody will tell you, I don't come out of malice. I don't come out of malice. Anger, hate, malice, bad place. I come in good faith. I put forth my views in good faith. So like I said, if you rile me up and I get going, you had it coming. You had it coming. I get people all the time. I know when I post up some stuff, and I had somebody say, you need to capture all this, need to post it. It's like, oh man, I just can't. I deal with so much shit, I can't. But I try to save some of the goodies for y'all. I try to save some of it. Wayne says, I have coffee mug that says, genuine antique person. Been there, done that. Can't remember. Yeah. I got a few. My daily coffee. This is my show coffee cup. This is my show coffee cup. And then I have this is my studio mug. This is where I keep all my pens. It says, Dad, I love how we don't even need to say it out loud that I'm your favorite child. That's what this says. Guess what? Yeah. Well, my kids got it for me. But my coffee mug that I use, my coffee cup for normally is the one that says coffee on it. You've seen that, right? You've seen my coffee mug that says coffee on it. Let's see if I can find a picture of it. It says coffee on it. Okay, let's see here. Search. Coffee. See what comes up. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. You got a good one going here. Here we go. There's my daily coffee cup right there. It says the best coffee. It's Coffee House coffee mug. The best coffee. I have good coffee. See if I got any other pictures. There's my coffee cup. There's the same coffee cup. There's my EDC right there. That's my Bretta M9. That's what I carry every day. Every day, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And my coffee cup. And that's I made this stand. It's next to my chair. Told you my chair died. It's no longer a recliner. Oh, snow outside the house. There's my coffee cup again. Let's see. There's my Dulcimer. I still got to get pictures of the old Dulcimer and the new one to show size comparison. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. There we go. It's good. Good stuff. Yeah, there we go. Whatever. What do we got going on here? Somebody's talking. And they go, Jacqueline says, mine says, oh crap. Turns out this is my circus. These are my monkeys. Yeah. Yeah. Wayne says, carried that for 14 and a half years. It's my old reliable. I try to tell people, like, oh, that's a Bretta FS. No, that's an M9. It's an M9. Tell by, yeah, look at the serial number and then look at the other features. It's the old tried and true. M1911, I did too. I carried both as well. I like them both. I got no problem with them. They're two totally different. The Bretta is snappy, and I liken the 1911 to like throwing a softball. The 1911 is throwing a softball, and the Beretta is snappy. If I only had ball ammunition, I'd choose the 1911 every day. If I only had ball ammunition, But with modern ammo, and I can choose. Yeah, I got my my Spear Gold Dots semi hollow points plus P ammunition. That's my carry. I practice with balls, but I carry the hollow points. Wayne says sometimes fast, slow, and hard hitting as the truck does the trick. Yeah, like I said, if I had ball ammunition, if that's all I had, I'd carry a 45. But since I have access to modern ammunition, yeah, and we've talked about this too. You look at the ballistics, there's virtually no difference. It's where you hit them. There is no meaningful difference in spread and what the rounds do between a 45, a 9mm. There's no meaningful difference. Get yourself good ammo. Laurel says my husband made me some good loads for my carry. Yeah. I carry plus P, semi-jacketed hollow points. Does the trick. Does the trick. It's getting the right ammo. It's like it's the same thing as like you think about trucks, and you see people getting stuck, and people not getting stuck. It's they either know how to drive and or they're using the right tires. You see a lot of guys that are using mud tires in the wintertime. They can't get shit. It doesn't work that way. Mud tires suck in the winter. You need snow tires. You need an all-terrain snow tire. And then you won't get stuck. It's that easy. Same way with ammo. It's not always the platform that you're on. It's are you shooting the right ammo and can you shoot the firearm that you have? I've said this all the time. I don't care what you choose to shoot. Choose something that you can actually accurately handle and shoot with the right ammunition and that you're actually going to carry it. Most people, there's very few people, there's a handful of people that are civilians that use the Beretta as their EDC. Most people go, oh, is that a 1911? No, it's not. It's an M9. It's a Beretta. Oh, pretty. Yes. And it ain't a safe queen. I mean, you've seen the pictures. I got wear marks where there should be wear marks, and they were earned. They were earned. She runs like a top. She's still a good gun. Yeah, let other people argue about what they carry. I don't care. Really. Oh, I'm a 1911 guy. And I'm not talking about you, Wayne, but you've seen the time. I'm a 1911 guy. Everything else is a piece of shit. It's like, yeah, okay, so you don't want me standing next to you? No, you want John standing there. I got 15 right there, just ready to go, and I got a couple more magazines ready. I don't care what you're using. If you're using it, it's good, and you got the right ammo, good. We'll be there together. I don't, however, recommend, even though they've got better ammunition now than they did before, I don't recommend a 380. They're like, why not? Unless you are affirmed. In other words, you've got problems. You're of diminutive size or abilities. You cannot handle very much at all. Okay, a 380 is fine. If you're not affirmed, get at least a 9mm. The guns are going to be the same damn size. They've got micro 9s. They've got small frame 9s. So if you're looking at, just size, I'm going to get a 380, get a 9mm. Why? Same damn round. Different power. Smaller cartridge in 380. Damn near same size gun. So there's no need unless you're affirmed. If you're affirmed, get a 380. It's better than nothing. But if you're not, if you're a normal, healthy person, get a 9mm or more, whatever you like, at least a 9. And then the right carry ammo. And then something you're going to carry every day. My son-in-law got a gun back years ago. Yeah, here. Hey, Dad, check this out. Oh, that's cute. Why'd you get a 380? Why? Why? He's a big guy. He can, nothing wrong with him. Other than that, yeah. Get what you like, what fits your hand, what you can shoot better. My home defense load is a mix of 230 grain full metal jacket and 230 grain Hydroshock jacketed hollow points. Yeah, Hydroshock ain't bad. I'm a Spears guy. I'm a Spears Gold Dot. Any of the name brands out there that are decent brands, pick your flavor. Pick your flavor. Oh, do good. Don't go for them fancy new ones. You see those ones that got the jagged fronts on them and shit like that? Nah, fuck that. Laurel says, I'm heading out. My kids just got home. Good night, all. Hey, thank you for dropping in on the show, Laurel. I hope that I was entertaining enough at the beginning of the show for you. I know you get excited. I let Laurel down the last time I said I was in a mood, and she's like, he really wasn't. I had burned off most of my angst before I got on this show. A little bit different this time. So I hope, are you not entertained? I hope you enjoyed it. Donna says, night, Laurel. Peggy says, good night, Laurel. Yeah. Yeah. Judy says, good night, Laurel. I wonder what happened to the Black Talon round, says Wayne. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they had a bunch of those weird ones. A bunch of them come out over the years. And it's like, I try to tell people, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go for any of that fancy shit. Oh, it looks dangerous. Don't do that. Don't do that. I would like to think it didn't matter. Number one, I don't think that there is. Look, the standard go-tos, they got it down. The rest is just marketing, and they just want to try to get it. But if it sounds like Max Killer and all this other shit, and it's like, don't buy that shit. I'd like to say that it doesn't matter, but you shoot somebody with that, the prosecution is going to have a field day. They shouldn't be able to. I know it doesn't make any sense. I tell people, go with what is standard for law enforcement, or the standard, well-known self-defense round. Nothing fancy name. Just, again, I use Spear Gold Dot. Wayne says the Black Talons open up like a buzzsaw pun. Yeah, they do. But here's the thing. I don't buy the how much better that is. I just don't, because you're going to shred shit, but nah, you just want even expansion and cause a pretty good wound channel. And I've seen the results of a lot of those that just do that shit. I think they were meant to defeat bulletproof vests. Yeah, and I'm not so sure they do that either. I'm not sold on the idea. Judy says, I was looking at a Mossberg 9mm. Has good reviews. I'm not familiar. I cannot speak intelligently about that particular firearm. I can't. Mossberg is not the name I'd go to for a pistol. They're a good brand, but they're not really a go-to for me. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I'm not familiar with it. I say go and figure it out, see if it fits your hand. If it fits your hand and you can shoot it down range accurately, that's a good way to go. Wayne says, I have two guns I still want that are obtainable: a Beretta M9 and a Mossberg 590 riot gun. Caribou. You don't have a personal M9? Yeah, go get one. Go get one. Go get one. Oh, M19. Oh, M1911. Well, go get one of those. See, if I was going to go, if I was going to go a 1911, I probably wouldn't do the M1911. I just wouldn't. Just for me, it was fine. I'd go with a little bit more modern variant. That's just me. And I went with the M9 because I just like it. It was fine. Good carrying capacity. Been wanting the Beretta since that's what I carried in the Army. You know, my holsters fit the M9. Yeah. Yeah, go get it. You check the local shops. They get them in every once in a while. Most of them are FSs that come in, but every once in a while they'll get an M9 in. Money always seems to be the problem. Yeah, but if you can find it, yeah. But then again, yeah, if money's the problem, even if you can get it for $650, if you don't have $650, you can't. It's yeah. They might as well be $6 million if you don't have $650. I get it. And there's more important things in life. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. Got my beard grow. Yeah. It's 10 o'clock, folks. Did it not in too much pain. I took medication just before the show, so it dulled most of it. So that was good. It was man, I get up to the studio and I'm like, man, it's barking. Didn't want to go downstairs. I was like, oh, I got medicine in the bedroom. So I went into the bedroom and I got my medicine. There are only 2 revolvers I'd own. Colt and Smith 1917 45 revolver, and Smith Victory Model 38 Special. Yeah, 38 Specials go okay. Those are the only 2 you'd own? Wouldn't want like a Ruger New Vaquero? I'm going to have me one of those one day. I'm going to have me one of those. Then I got to decide whether I want 45 or 38. It's not 38. 38, it's the lower end. What's the other one? 357. 357. It shoots 38 specials as well. Drew says I have a 38 special. Love it. Yeah, good little gun. Good little gun. And again, you get the right ammo for them, and they're fine. They're fine. But yeah, I want a Ruger New Vaquero. I want 2. 2. I want matching. It'll go well on my display of replicas. Yeah, I don't collect a whole lot of stuff. So I never had enough money to start collecting all sorts of stuff. I get what I use and I get what I need. Yeah, he says you have replicas of them and you want the real things. Hey, did you get yourself a couple replica flintlock pistols? Make yourself an MP shield using them. That'd be cool to have. Two rifles, M1A and the Bay AR. Browning automatic rifle. Yeah. And Gus, he's got a Tommy gun. He brought that over back a while ago. So I gotta show you something. Yeah. Says, I have that. I've got as a PCS gift when I left Germany. Oh, good job. Good job. Good to hear. Cross Pistols plaque. Yipper, skipper. Yep. We've lost some folks. They've left. The show was dwindling. But, yeah. Well, it was a good show. Those of you who missed the fire and brimstone at the beginning of the show, you can just rewatch it later. That's fine. I was on fire. Again, not safe for work. not safe for general listening. Peggy says, good night all, and thank you, John. You're welcome, Peggy. Thank you for showing up. Wayne says, I have 2 1860 Sabres for cavalry plaque. I just need one like that. One you like. Oh, okay. G says, good night, Peggy. And Donna says, night all. Help you get your Z's. Hope y'all sleep well. Hey, again, it's the last show of the year. Next show will be New Year's evening. The evening of New Year. The first evening in New Year's, not New Year's Eve. Drew says, I can't wait. Watch my... Yeah, I was on fire. Yeah, I was bitching about Facebook stuff. Happy New Year, everyone. Yes, you'll all see me on Facebook, but if you don't have a happy and safe New Year, I'm going to be sleeping. I haven't stayed up and watched the New Year come in probably for 10 years at least. It's another night for me because I'm not doing anything silly. It's another night. My audience is too old to be doing hey, let's stay up and do a live stream on New Year's Eve. That'd be cool, if we were all 30. It's like, no, New Year's midnight rolls around. I've woken up already. I've already been asleep. Woken up to hear the chimes at midnight. But, yeah. But y'all have a great New Year. See you on Facebook. We've got an interesting year coming up. And the next show, like I said, is on Wednesday, which is New Year's Day in the evening. So make sure you stop in. Was that it? Was all we needed to get covered? I think that was it. It's like Peggy, Judy, Donna, Wayne. What's his name? Bob, Bill, Laurel. What was his name? I'm trying to scroll up here. What the hell was his name? Mike. And anybody else that I happen to miss. Gus, if you were listening, damn it, you should have said something. Hey, we talked about you. At least twice. With that, again, hey, God bless. Take care.